Hello, basketball fans. I'm Don Poyer alongside Bob Elliott, and welcome to First Union Center for this Eastern Conference semifinal game. If I could watch only one game this week, I think this would be the one.
Both of these teams have some great competitors on their roster, so look for some great individual efforts throughout this game.
Hamilton backs down on his man. No, Coleman takes the board. Philadelphia wants to push it. Thomas receives the pass. The team is energized. Phillips will bring it up court.
The assist to number 3.
Phillips
Allen
initiates the
Iverson.
offense. Phillips on the right side.
You're right. Hands up.
That's why you set screen. Snow gets the board. He's got power and grace.
The assist to number 20, Eric Snow.
Phillips sets it up. They want to try and work it into the post here. Robinson puts it up. Nails the jumper.
The assist to number 3, Ben Wallace.
Snow sets things up. Thomas knew he would get the pass if he rolled to the open spot. Dishes off to Snow. He pulls the trigger. He puts it off the window. Phillips will bring it up court. Puts up the tray.
You gotta give him credit. He's still trying to jam.
Bobby's just not going to roll over. Dumps it into Snow. The fake fires away.
He's got his game face on for this one.
I can't remember the last time he missed. Robinson, good fake. Up with a shot. Off the mark. Coleman grabs it to Thomas. When a team is scoring like this, they make it look real easy. That's a 6-6
The
run.
assist to Eric Snow.
Goes up. Phillips drains the two.
Phillips. The assist to number 3, Ben Wallace.
He calls for the clear out.
Looks like there might be some shaking and baking going on here. This guy's making it look way too easy.
Phillips will bring it up court. He sets things up. Curry feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it.
Get it back!
Out of bounds. 76ers ball.
The answer, don't blink because you might miss him. One-on-one, this player's hard to stop. He'll shoot. Iverson can't find the hole. Robinson gets the board. That was a slick two-handed jam.
The assist to number 1, Chauncey Phillips.
Snow initiates the offense. We've got an isolation. Let's see if another defender comes over to help. Curry takes the board. Phillips sets it up. He's going to try and take his man one-on-one here. Hamilton, no good. All night long, they've done a great job of boarding. To Thomas. Oh, that was a monster pick.
Oh, you could almost hear the defender's teeth rattle.
Phillips sets up the play. He suckered the defense, then dished it off. Curry is looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Pass to Hamilton. He pulls the trigger. Coleman collects the rebound. Snow sets things up. Thomas handles the dish. When you set a screen like that, you want to roll open for the pass because you know it's coming. Back to Van Horn. Robinson with the interception. To Hamilton. To Robinson. Sends it to Curry.
Get through that screen.
After he drove past the screen, oh, the passing lane was wide open.
Wallace. The assist to Michael Curry.
Snow sets the offense. Coleman backs him in. That's it away. Tries one from three-point land.
Big Ben Wallace has come out of nowhere to become one of the best defensive players in the NBA today.
To Curry. With the nice shot fake, takes the jumper. Van Horn takes the rebound. Philadelphia with the push. Lays it in. Detroit didn't have enough men back that time.
When the possession arrow changes, you've got to turn on a dime.
Phillips sets up the offense. Snow is charged with the foul. This feels like a real test for them.
Don, great teams are the ones that can stick together even when things get tight. This is one of those times.
Phillips, good fake, batted away by Snow. Phillips sets it up on the right side. He hits the three.
He tickles the twine with another shot.
His field goal percentage is off the chart. Snow initiates the offense. Thomas is trying to get the ball into the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, it may open up the outside shot.
Finger roll. Phillips sets up the play.
Pass is off on the pick and roll.
Pass to Curry. With the nice shot fake, their coach has to be happy with those rebounding numbers. Up for the lay-in.
Down their transition defense has got to improve if they want to win tonight.
Snow.
Phillips wants to try and work it into the post here. Hamilton backs down on his defender. Hamilton with the J. Detroit cuts the lead to 7. He drew the defense off the screen, then hit the screener with a nice pass. Snow followed that solid pick with a beautiful roll and received the nice pass from his teammate. Van Horn shoots. Wallace takes the board. Phillips will bring it up court. Their coach has to be happy with the field goal percentage mark they've set. Detroit trails by 5. Snow sets it up on the left side. Goes up, the answer. Got just enough off the screen to line up his shot. That's 8 points for the 7-year veteran. Phillips sets it up. Hamilton kept an eye on the screening player and was able to hit him with a pass. Snow grabs the board. That's their game, running the fast break. The answer with a finger roll.
The assistant, number 20.
Phillips will bring it up court. He sets up the play.
Oh, yo, you're gonna have to whistle that. Left.
Curry knew to roll and gave the passer a perfect target to go to.
You're right.
Phillips set the pick and then rolled perfectly for the pass. Gives it off to Curry. He goes for 3. Snow receives the ball. He initiates the offense. AI puts it up. Got it!
When it comes to shooting, this man is unstoppable.
The 76ers on a 6-zip run. Hamilton backs in. Nails the J.
If the defense continues to leave him open, he'll hit that shot all night long.
They better come up with another answer, Robert. Thomas drew the defense before he dumped the ball. Van Horn with a deep 2.
For 2. The assist to Kenny Thomas.
This This team should slow things down and play for the last shot.
He passed on the shot so that he could set up another player. Van Horn takes the board. 2 out. Pushing the ball up court now.
Philadelphia is lighting them up like a pinball machine going full tilt.
He looks at 3. Not bad. After 1, Philadelphia is ahead 30-17. Play has gone so far.
Well, I think the first quarter played out pretty much the way we expected it. I'd like to see one of these teams start shaking things up out there.
Satterfield fakes the shot. Okur brings it down. Detroit runs the ball right back up court. Powers it down with a 2-handed jam.
The assist to number 6, Pepe Sanchez.
The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. McKee puts up the J. Sanchez sets the offense. He wants the isolation.
He knows he's the one with the advantage going one-on-one.
Up for the layup.
The defense was broke that time.
Satterfield will bring it up court. He sets it up. You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Goes up with the shot. This team has been able to convert a lot of shots in this game. The 76ers are up by 13. Sanchez sets up the play. Here's a guy that loves the isolation play.
He loves it because he knows he can take his man.
Skinner takes the rebound. That was a sick 2-handed jam.
The assist to number 11, Kenny Satterfield.
Sanchez sets up the offense.
2 up.
If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points. It's stolen. Opening up the floor with a fast break. With both hands.
Just to be sure.
The 76ers on a 6-0 run.
Kenny Satterfield.
Sanchez sets things up. Prince feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it. Berry shoots. This team has been able to out-rebound their opponents throughout the game. Satterfield sets it up on the left side. He didn't like the shot he had coming off the screen, so he improvised. With the shot, Okur takes the board. Pass to Sanchez. He sets it up on the left side. Okur on the right side. The 3. Satterfield initiates the offense. McKee puts up the shot. He can't find the hole. Berry takes the board. Sanchez sets it up on the right side. Puts up the jumper. Berry, no good. Pushes it up to Satterfield. Skinner puts the feed. That's an 8-0 run. The 76ers are up by 19.
Number 54, Brian Skinner.
Sanchez sets up the play. They're looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Tosses it into Okur. Berry is trying to run some plays for the big men to get some production in the paint. Zelle shoots. He drains it. Detroit trails by 17. Satterfield sets things up. He loves the isolation and lets him show off his offensive skills. Buckner hits the shot. Sanchez will bring it up court. Looks at 3. Berry just fired. To Buckner. Tonight, I think the second unit could go head-to-head with most clubs' starting
The
lineup.
assist to Kenny Satterfield.
Prince is trying to get the ball into the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, they can open up the outside
Detroit
shot.
ball.
To Zelle. One-on-one, this player's hard to stop. Fires away. McCourt with the offensive board.
That poor shooting is taking him out of this game.
And his whole team. Philadelphia quickly back the other way. The defense is playing back on its heels, and they're taking advantage of that. That's a 6-0 run. Sanchez sets up the offense. Barry wants to try and work it into the post here. Prince gets the rock. They're going to try and get the ball to the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, it might open up the outside shot.
The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Prince delivers another big basket. He suckered the defense, then dished it off. McKee feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it. You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Up with the shot. Satterfield, no good. Rabracha brings it down. Detroit is down by 19. Satterfield will bring it up court. Lindsay backs down on him. Up fake. Yes! The Pistons gambled on defense.
They got crossed that time.
Sanchez sets up the play. After he drove past the screen, the passing lane was wide open. Passes off to Satterfield. He's got skill.
And still fair.
The assist to number 11, Kenny Satterfield.
Sanchez sets the offense. Barry is looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Satterfield sets it up on the right side. With the jumper. Rabracha collects the rebound. Sanchez sets up the offense. Kicks it out to Prince. We're seeing the post players trying to establish position.
He's looking for the entry pass so he can go to work now.
Skinner is called for the foul. McCourt isn't your go-to guy when it comes to free throw.
Number 1, Chauncey Billups. And number 3, Ben Wallace.
Foul shot is no good. Van Horn with the three. This game won't be won that way.
They need to make sure they're getting their guys the ball where they can make the shot.
For 3 points. Barry needs to take a half step in closer before he launches. Otherwise, he's not going to score tonight.
For the Pistons, number 32, Richard Hamilton.
Snow sets it up on the left side. Snow goes up, and it goes in. He has 6 points. Billups initiates the offense. To Billups. With a nice shot fake, he goes up with it. That's good. Snow sets the offense. He drew the defense off the screen, then hit the screener with a nice pass. Goes up. That was a bone-jarring screen.
If you're gonna set a pick, you want to make it nice and solid.
He passed on the shot so that he could set up another player.
If he gets into a scoring rhythm, the defense is gonna have their hands full all night long.
Snow sets it up on the left side. Buckner, who's playing for the pass the whole time.
Philadelphia is putting the moves on them tonight.
Billups will bring it up court. He sets things up. They feel they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try to exploit it. Hamilton backing down. Oh, my goodness.
The big men need to start making a stand on defense, or they'll be out of this one.
Snow sets up the offense. Buckner receive with the 2.
The assist to Greg Buckner.
Phillips will bring it up court. He sets it up on the right side.
On your right, trail that.
Takes his jumper. Phillips, no good. Van Horn gets the board.
Michael Curry and number 2, Clint Robinson.
Snow sets up the play.
Hit left. Hit through that screen.
Snow with the shot. Oh, yes.
Drive up.
Phillips sets it up. He's looking to make the entry pass.
And if they can get it in there, they have a good chance of scoring.
Robinson pump fakes, and it's good.
They're not quick enough to collapse on the inside shot, so they better start challenging the pass.
Phillips.
Snow sets it up on the left side. He comes away with it, sends it to Phillips. Detroit comes back the other way with numbers.
Richard Hamilton. The assist to Chauncey Phillips.
After 2, Philadelphia leads Detroit 60-39. In the palm of its hand.
We've seen some strong play from them all night, and there's no reason to think they're going to let up now. The screener rolling made that pass possible.
If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points. Snow is trying to get the ball into the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, it may open up the outside shot.
No. Wallace takes the board. Dishes off to Hamilton. Just a beautiful double pump jam. Rip now has 12 points. Detroit is behind by 19. Iverson shoots. He drains the jumper. He's now got 16 points. Phillips initiates the offense. To the beast. He pump fake. Blocks it to Snow. To Van Horn. Snow, good fake. Puts up the shot. Wallace grabs it. Detroit is racing up court. That was a slick two-handed jam. The Pistons narrow the gap to 19. Snow sets things up. One-on-one, this player is hard to stop. Iverson from the low post.
They're battling down low, and they have to keep at it.
Sends it to Robinson. He fakes the shot. Curry with the assist.
The assist to Michael Curry.
Snow sets the offense.
Helping it down low seems to be a good idea, Don.
Well, Bob, they feel the other team just can't defend them down there. Coleman from the low post. Robinson brings it down. Looks at 3. Phillips drains the shot.
That man is dangerous 30 feet from the hoop, so his defender must fix him.
To Iverson. He goes up with it. He makes the shot. Phillips with the jumper. He doesn't get the basket. Dishes off to Thomas. Back to Snow. He came off that screen like he had a bus to catch. That gives him 12 points. Phillips will bring it up court. He sets up the offense. Pulls the trigger. To Snow. They're off and running. 3. Got it. Philadelphia on a 7-zip run.
For 3. The The assist to number 20, Eric Snow.
Phillips sets up the offense. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Hamilton puts up the shot.
Richard Hamilton.
He hits it.
76ers with another shot from downtown.
Phillips sets it up. To Curry.
He hits the screener with a nice little dish as they run the pick and roll play. The defense has to put a different man on him if they want to stop him tonight.
Snow initiates the offense. You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Iverson goes up. Curry grabs it. Quickly down court. Powers it down with a two-handed jam. Detroit trails by 20.
Number 1, Chauncey Billups.
Iverson pulls the trigger. Robinson boards it. With the quick transition.
Energy on defense.
Phillips makes the finger roll. That's a 6-zip run. Detroit is trailing by 18. Snow sets the offense. If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points. Iverson with the 2. Phillips sets things up. Rip comes up with a great play off the screen. They're trying to run some plays for the big men to get some production in the paint. Looks like they want to go inside.
They think they can definitely get some points from down low.
Billups is posting some great numbers.
The assist to Chauncey Billups.
Puts up the shot. Phillips sets up the play. They want to try and work it into the post here.
Nothing there.
Takes the jumper. He's been one of their go-to guys in the third quarter. Thomas loves the two-man game, especially when he gets the pass on those pick and rolls. That's 6 points for the former Utah Ute.
Kenny Thomas.
Wallace feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it. Goes up. Robinson, no good. To Snow. Sends it to Van Horn. He pump fakes. Puts it up. Robinson picks it out of the air. Phillips sets it up. To Robinson. Gives it off to Billups. Passes off to Curry. A short pass to Robinson. I think the player knew he got caught.
Oh, definitely. He had his hand in the cookie jar up to the elbow, but there's no way he's going to admit it.
Snow initiates the offense. Pass to Van Horn. Quick pass to Thomas. Fires away. Phillips will bring it up court. He didn't like the shot he had coming off the screen, so he improvised. Snow sets it up on the left side. Steal. Phillips sets the offense. To Robinson. In to Hamilton. Nails the J.
The double team needs to be quicker for them.
Snow sets it up. Lays it in.
The low post defender needs to start fronting his man.
Phillips initiates the offense. To the Beast. To Curry. One-on-one, this player's hard to stop. To Hamilton. The Beast wants to try and work it into the post here. Takes the jumper. Robinson gets that one.
For two, the assist to number 32, Richard Hamilton.
Snow sets up the offense. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. With the layup, the Pistons need to start making adjustments.
And they need to make them in real time. This game is moving too fast for a strategy session.
The Beast is trying to run some plays for the big men to get some production in the paint.
To Wallace.
With a nice shot fake. Yes! Detroit narrows the gap to 20.
Richard Hamilton.
You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Iverson shoots. Makes it.
Iverson.
Phillips sets it up on the left side. Puts up the tray. He drains the shot.
For three.
To Iverson. If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points. No. To Curry. Takes the jumper. Oh, yes. The Pistons reduce the lead to 17. Snow from half court. No. After three, the 76ers lead the Pistons 88-71. Up their sleeve.
Well, they were hoping to get better results from the third quarter play, but it just didn't happen. Now they left things until the fourth quarter, and that can pose some problems.
Seems to me they're looking to generate some points in the paint. Hamilton is looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. Pump fakes. Robinson shoots. He drains the jumper.
The assist to Richard Hamilton.
Snow sets the offense. Puts up the J. Wallace takes the rebound. That gives him 5 rebounds. Thomas is charged with a foul. Rip now has 24 points.
He's got a steady hand when it comes to the foul line.
Whatever else happens in a game, he knows that these shots will go down for him. Snow sets things up. AI feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it. With the shot, gets it to fall. Detroit needs to show a little more intensity.
I think they left the game in the locker room.
Phillips sets it up on the right side.
Fellas, on your right, get through.
He'll shoot. Phillips, no good. To Snow. Philadelphia moves the ball up court in a hurry. Iverson with a finger roll. That's 36 points for the former first-round pick. One-on-one, this player's hard to stop. Hamilton with the J. Detroit is down by 14. Sends it to Iverson. Up with the shot. Got it.
They should consider fouling in those situations.
Gives it off to Phillips. He lets it fly. He misses it. To Snow. With the 2-on-1 opportunity. He's got the whole offense fired up. The 76ers are up by 18. Phillips sets up the play. He tries the three. He can't find the hole. On the break. Snow has been able to thread the needle just when they need it. That's a 6-0 run. The 76ers are ahead by 20. Phillips initiates the offense. Gotta shoot. To Snow. Philadelphia is on the fast break, and they've got the numbers.
2 points awarded. Into the game for the Pistons, number 6, Pepe Sanchez.
He initiates the offense. They're looking to go down low and get some points in the paint. He comes away with it. He's really pushing the ball up court. Banks it off the window. Detroit was beaten back down court.
Fatigue might be a factor here.
Sanchez sets up the offense. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Prince kicks his man with the crossover.
For Detroit, number 13, Mehmet Okur. And number 39, Selko Reblanca.
Buckner wants to try and work it into the post here. Satterfield shoots. Okur grabs the board. He has 5 rebounds. You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. It's stolen.
Philadelphia knew that ball pressure would get them a steal.
To McKee. To Buckner. Satterfield, top of the key. Sanchez picks up the defensive foul.
If I'm the opposing defense, I don't mind putting this guy on the line.
He might hurt you now and then, but he's also been known to run cold. Okur grabs it. That's 6 boards for the second-round draft pick. Sanchez sets it up. Prince is trying to run some plays for the big man to get some production in the paint. Passes off to Prince. He suckered the defense, then dished it off. If they can run a few isolation plays for him, he'll come up with points.
Detroit has been denied some easy points down low.
Philadelphia is running the floor tonight. McKee fires it. Okur gets the board. That gives him 7 rebounds. Barry is trying to get the ball into the post area.
If they can get points in the paint, it may open up the outside shot.
Okur backs down on his defender with the fake all the way home. Satterfield sets things up. Sanchez sets the offense. He's looking to make the entry pass.
And if they can get it in there, they have a good chance of
Into the
scoring.
game,
Rincius is called for the foul.
Chauncey Billups. And number 3, Ben Wallace.
Prince with the shot. This is the kind of team that can go to the bench with confidence. McKee set the pick for the ball handler and is rewarded with the pass on the old pick and roll. Puts up the J. Buckner can't find the hole. Barry grabs it. To Billups. Pass to Wallace. To Barry. That's a 6-zip run. Detroit is down by 18. One-on-one, this player is hard to stop. Swatted away by Barry. That's an 8-0 run. The Pistons narrow the gap to 16. Dishes off to Buckner. Rincius takes the jumper.
And Phineas Rincius. The assist to Greg Buckner.
Billups initiates the offense. After he drove past the screen, the passing lane was wide open. Barry takes it hard to the rack. To Buckner. He drew the defense off the screen, then hit the screener with a nice pass. Detroit trails by 14. Satterfield sets up the play. The rest of the team gave him some room to operate. Barry with the defensive foul. He has 10 points. McKee hit enough of these to keep the defense honest.
into the game. for
No
the
good.
Philadelphia
Barry
76ers,
brings it
number
down.
44, Derek Coleman.
Step up on
I thought he was going to tear down the rim with that two-handed jam. Detroit is trailing
The
by
assist
14.
to Mehmet Okur.
Buckner feels they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try and exploit it. That player needs to get his head back into the game.
I can't figure out why he would crowd the line when there's no press.
Hurry up.
Phillips shoots. Got it. That's 17 points for the former first-round pick. Puts up the J.
His coach needs him to slow down and shoot.
They need to find some consistent offense. That was a slick two-handed jam.
Into the
That's a
game.
6-0 run. Detroit trails by 10.
Number 4, Keith Van Horn. The assistant, number 6, Ben Wallace.
Gives it off to Snow. To Snow. Puts it off the window.
These guys were
The
frauds.
assistant, number 8, Aaron McKee.
Coming up on break.
Prince ran that play just like they teach you in high school. Okur with the 2. That gives him 6 points.
The defense has to make a stand right here.
Snow sets up the offense. You got to watch that player when he isolates his man. Buckner drains the 2. That's 12 points for the fourth-year pro. Gives it off to Billups. They feel they have an advantage down low, and they're going to try to exploit it. It's stolen. And with the 2-on-1 fast break opportunity, Barry collects the rebound to Billups.
Defense.
Powers it down with a two-handed jam.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 21, Kenny Thomas.
They stopped him
And
last
number
trip
3,
down the floor.
Allen
Can they do it
Iverson.
again?
The assist to number 22, Tayshaun Prince.
He passed on the shot so that he could set up another player. Prince with a defensive foul. This is when you want to call a timeout.
The players on the floor are frustrated. Coach isn't happy, and neither are the guys on the bench.
They've got to come together. Coleman takes the feed. Prince picks up the defensive foul.
Tayshaun Prince. That's his
Coleman
second
goes to the
personal.
charity
They are
stripe for
now
2.
in the penalty.
Gets the first shot. Philadelphia increases their lead by 12. Phillips will bring it up court.
Get a hand up.
Okur makes the
Mehmet
lay-in.
Okur.
Get back.
This team has to do whatever it takes to come up with the stop.
Thomas hits it. The 76ers are ahead by 12. Phillips will bring it up court. The offense is looking to get something in the post.
They want to try to get the post players involved.
Big stuff. Right here.
To Okur.
Get in the passing lane.
In the second half, you need guys like him to step up their game for the W.
The Pistons cut the lead to 10. That guy set a solid screen. The final score, Philadelphia 118, Detroit 106. Here is the player of the game.